What if I told you Christopher Nolan just turned the greatest adventure ever written into one of the most ambitious movies ever made? A film that cost over $250 million, took years to create, and features one of the biggest casts in Hollywood. But here's the real question. Is The Odyssey Nolan's next masterpiece, or the first movie that's simply too ambitious for its own good? Let's talk about it. I'll say this right away. The Odyssey isn't a movie for everyone. If you're expecting non-stop action, you'll probably walk away a little disappointed. But if you love massive cinematic experiences, breathtaking visuals, and stories that stay with you long after the credits roll, this might be one of the most unforgettable movies you'll watch this year. Still, it isn't perfect, and trust me, we'll get to that in just a minute. Without giving anything away, the movie follows Odysseus, the legendary king of Ithaca, as he struggles to return home after the Trojan War. Sounds simple, it isn't. Every step of his journey throws impossible choices, terrifying creatures, dangerous temptations, and heartbreaking sacrifices right in front of him. What surprised me the most is that Nolan doesn't treat this like a fantasy movie. Instead, everything feels grounded, real, believable, and because of that, the adventure feels not just epic, but deeply human. Without spoiling anything, there's one sequence right in the middle of the movie that completely blew me away. The tension, the sound design, the IMAX cinematography, everything works together perfectly. It's one of those rare moments where the entire theater goes completely silent because everyone is locked in. That's the kind of filmmaking Christopher Nolan is famous for. Whether you love this movie or not, you'll probably remember this scene for years. The biggest surprise wasn't the visual effects. It wasn't the action. It was Matt Damon's performance. Honestly, this might be one of the strongest performances of his career. He doesn't play Odysseus like a superhero. He plays him like a tired, broken human being who's forced to outsmart impossible situations. And surprisingly, Tom Holland delivers one of the most mature performances we've seen from him. Their emotional moments together are easily some of the film's best. Now, here's where the movie loses some points. The runtime. At nearly 3 hours, you definitely feel it. Some scenes are absolutely beautiful, but they go on just a little too long. There are moments where the pacing slows down enough that you start waiting for the next big moment. It's never boring, but it definitely asks for your patience. If you've watched Nolan's movies before, you'll know exactly what I mean. And of course, no Christopher Nolan movie arrives without controversy. Some viewers criticized the historical accuracy. Others debated the casting choices. And social media couldn't stop talking about how the mythology was adapted for modern audiences. Personally, none of those controversies changed my experience very much, because for me, the biggest question isn't whether every historical detail is perfectly accurate. It's this: did the movie make me feel something? And honestly, in many moments, it absolutely did. So, would I recommend The Odyssey? Absolutely, especially if you can experience it in IMAX. It's visually spectacular, beautifully acted, emotionally powerful, and packed with unforgettable moments, even if the pacing isn't always perfect. For me, it's a solid 4.5 stars out of 5. Not Christopher Nolan's very best movie, but without question, one of his most ambitious. Now, I want to hear your opinion. Is The Odyssey another Christopher Nolan masterpiece, or do you think it's overrated? Drop your rating down in the comments. I'm genuinely curious to see where everyone stands. And if you enjoy honest, spoiler-free movie reviews, make sure you subscribe because we've got a lot more blockbuster reviews coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.